Our star, a big ball of hot plasma at the centre of the solar system. It is made up of many chemicals, and in the core roughly 600 million tons of hydrogen is converted into helium every second. The Sun also has smaller amounts of heavier elements, including oxygen, carbon, neon and iron among others. It is almost perfectly spherical, and you could fit 1.3 million planet Earths inside of it. It began its process only 4.6 billion years ago, which means it could only be around halfway through its life cycle. A star like the Sun is thought to shine for around 10 to 20 billion years, which is a long time. But when it finally happens and the Sun comes to the end of its life, how will the Sun die? When the Sun begins to run out of nuclear fuel, the core will become unstable and collapse under its own weight. Gravity would take over as the fusion process shuts off. This causes the core to heat up and become denser. To keep the fires burning, the Sun will begin to fuse hydrogen outside the core in a layer closer to the stellar surface. The outer layer of the Sun would inflate and be pushed outwards, making the Sun swell in diameter, creating a red giant which would be at least 200 times wider than it is today. This giant red Sun would swallow Mercury, Venus, and could even possibly engulf our planet, and some even say Mars. Even if our planet survived, the intense heat from the red Sun will scorch the Earth and make it completely impossible for life to survive. At this point, the helium atoms in the core would have fused together, forming carbon atoms, and releasing energy lasting for around 100 million years. After this, the core will then be stable, since the carbon atoms are no longer compressible, but the outer layers of the Sun would drift off into space, forming a planetary nebula and exposing the core, a white dwarf. The planetary nebula would expand into all sorts of different shapes, and would put on a fluorescent galactic performance that would last for 50,000 years. The white dwarf will still be hot enough to shine with thermal radiation, but it's no longer generating solar fusion, and so it will slowly cool down until it becomes the same temperature as the rest of the universe. The nebula that once was part of our Sun will slowly fade away, leaving only a cold, dark, essentially dead Sun, an Earth-sized diamond with the mass of a star. Like all good things, our star must come to an end, just like the Earth will. But you can rest assured it's not going to happen in our lifetime, but one day in the far future, the Sun will run out of fuel and end its life as a main sequence star. The memory of our solar system that we belong to would be trillions of years old, and the star that you owe everything to would be dead and forgotten. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out some of my other videos, like and subscribe for much more to come. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.